No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With ICCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You got it.
And back on again. Out, 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 out. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
It's the fall kickoff sale at Lithia Ford of Boise. We're going all the way so you can score more for your trade-in and trade up to a new Ford truck or SUV today. Visit Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
Welcome to the Lithia Ford of Boise Pregame Show from Bronco Nation News, as we get you set for the latest news, insight, and analysis as game time approaches. The BNN Pregame Show is presented by Lithia Ford of Boise. Check out LithiaFordBoise.com to view the full inventory of vehicles, or check them out at 8853 West Fairview in Boise. All Bronco Nation news broadcasts come from the Western Collective Studios. Head down to Western Collective's locations in Garden City or downtown Boise to try some of their delicious beers, including the Horseshoe Golden Ale, the first beer to support an NIL collective. Now, let's head out and join BJ Rains for the Lithia Ford of Boise Pregame Show from Bronco Nation News.
Good morning, Bronco Nation, and welcome to a beautiful day here in Las Vegas. T-Mobile Arena, home of the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and today home to the semifinals of the college basketball crown. What a day. 8 teams left in college basketball, and yes, your Boise State Broncos are still alive playing basketball in the month of April. It'll be Boise State, Tyson Degenhart, the seniors, trying to keep their season alive until the final day tomorrow, taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers here inside T-Mobile Arena. The stage is set, the countdown is on, and we're ready for some postseason semifinal action here on Bronco Nation News. We bring in our man Jay Tust, sports director, KTVB. My name is BJ Rains. We welcome you here to the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. And Jay, we're not courtside, not terrible seats. We're kind of elevated a little bit here in the. We
got a bird's eye view, in my opinion.
I think it's a nice view. I actually don't mind very much. We're at the top of section 14 here, but the crowd is filing in. The teams are on the court warming up, and this should be fun today, man.
I agree. A chance for Boise State to go out and do something that is very unique to college basketball. They could play a game today and win $100,000. For coming away with the victory, and I think this team is highly motivated to get it done, BJ. I think that, not to read too much into the press conferences, but as we were, asking questions and stuff yesterday, I got to say, and maybe just because the guys were more comfortable with us because we've covered them all year, but I just feel like the level of interest from Boise State's players is a little more there. I think that Nebraska is going to be a hell of a challenge for the Broncos today. Don't get me wrong on that, but I think this Boise State team is highly motivated.
Yeah, it's we were saying maybe the money means a little bit when your whole team's getting a ton of NIL money like Nebraska might be. Maybe the $30,000 check means a little more to Boise State.
Hey, some of these NIL programs at the Power 5 schools and stuff, BJ, their checks probably routinely are in that price range. But for Boise State's guys outside of maybe one or two of their stars, that is something that they haven't even sniffed so far this season in terms of one check. And this is a chance for them to go make a nice little payday.
If you got a question, a comment, a score prediction, a player of the game prediction, get that in the ICCU YouTube chat. Let's get that thing going here with your score predictions, your player of the game. Let us know where you're watching from. We will shout you out. But, Jay, I got to, you made it down here yesterday. This is your first time seeing a game in this tournament. And man, what a scene. This thing is first class in terms of the, you see Boise State on the court warming up here, but just the logo, the signage, this really has a big-time feel.
I agree. I think they've done an awesome job in year number one. I'm assuming there is like a part of this, tournament that is like, let's kind of ease into it, but it doesn't feel like they eased into it. I mean, BJ, we're at T-Mobile Arena, the home of the Las Vegas Golden Knights. This place, it is not cheap to rent, and so they clearly felt very passionate about being here. They think highly of this tournament, and they think highly of that man right there. Tyson Degenhardt is closing in on yet another Boise State record. He already owns he already owns the career scoring record. He's gone past 2,000 points, the first Bronco to ever do that, and one more is right up on deck here today, BJ.
And it's what, 11?
11 points.
It makes him the single season record.
Yes, he would tie Reggie Larry with 11 points. It would give him 661 this season. That would tie the single season school record. So 11 to tie, 12 to pass. And I think the cool thing about Tyson, BJ, is that almost in every circumstance where we've talked about, a big record coming up for him, he's just kind of flawlessly passed it, and there hasn't been a storyline like, oh, is he going to get there, or is the pressure going to get to him? Nope, whatever one's just on deck, he goes and hits it out of the park. We talked about the career record. He got it down in the Mountain West tournament. Talked about 2,000 points, got it the other night here in Vegas, and now I fully expect him to take over the single season scoring record by the time this one's all said and done.
Yeah, he's got the career. He's about to get the single season. He's got 2,000. I mean, he's got 2 wins to go to really cap off his career. And sure, we all thought, the Cinderella story would have been getting that first win in the NCAA tournament, in Boise State history. But to get the single season wins record as well, if they win 2 more games, and to cap his career off with him sitting in the throne right there with the crown and the cape, I think that, he is continuing to add to his legacy here, and 2 more wins, he would certainly add even more to that.
I agree with you. Man, I just don't know how you can't look at his career and say that he's the best Boise State basketball player in program history. I mean, he's going to own all the scoring records. He's been to the NCAA tournament as much, if not more, than anybody else in program history. And if they win this thing, he would be the first guy to lead the Broncos to a postseason tournament win. You mean like winning the tournament, right? So I know this, again, we continue to have to say this, which is kind of starting to grow old in my opinion, but I know this isn't the NCAA tournament, but this is still a postseason tournament with significant implications, and that would be a little bit of history for this program.
Todd's asking about Nebraska wearing red. No, Nebraska's actually wearing like a white or looks like a cream colored actually. The guys wearing red are like coaches or warm-up guys, so they will be wearing the home cream colored uniforms. Boise State, Jay, for the first time in this tournament, is wearing the blue road uniforms.
That's why they need to seed this thing, BJ.
I kind of like the blue though. Your main color is blue. Get that on national TV as much as you can.
Have Nebraska wear red, Boise State wears blue, and it'll just be like the NFL color route or whatever they call it, color rush.
This is going to be a tough game though for Boise State, Jay. I know Boise State has kind of played really well in this tournament. They're playing well these last 10 weeks or so. I mean, 3 losses in 10 weeks. I know there's been some breaks in there as well, but this team in the last 2.5 months, essentially, or 2 months going back to, 2.5 months going back to mid, January, has lost 3 games, Jay, and they've been playing really, really well. But obviously, this will be one of the tougher tests they've had in Nebraska.
And they got a guy that can really go in Bryce Williams. He's averaging 20 points per game. Boise State's kind of struggled with guys like him this year. Guys like him are guys like Nick Clifford. I don't want to compare them too much because Nika is a outstanding talent, but Bryce Williams can get it going, and Boise State's actually already experienced that once in his career. It seems like eons ago it was at a different school, but Bryce Williams has actually already claimed a victory over Boise State in his career.
He didn't remember it.
He didn't.
Yeah, and they only scored 40. Boise State only scored 42 points in that
42
game.
points. It was back when Bryce Williams was playing at Charlotte. This was the 2022-23 season, so it ended up being a really good season for Boise State. But that was a Charlotte team that was loaded with talent that now has transferred up to the Power 5 level. Igor Milicic at Tennessee. They had another guy that went to Minnesota. Obviously, Bryce Williams now is at Nebraska, and they beat Boise State that day 56-42. 54-42. And Bryce Williams had 12 points off the bench for Charlotte in that contest.
Yeah, I just think this team, you look at their numbers defensively, offensively. I mean, we were talking about it yesterday, Jay, a little bit of a streaky team, but you look at all their losses and they're to, top teams. And I think Leon pointed out yesterday they've got 6 wins against top 25 teams. I mean, they're battle tested in the Big Ten. This is going to be a challenge today.
It's going to be a big time challenge. And that's why, like, if you're watching this game and even if you see like their record, it's 19-14, man, like Boise State, if one of those games flips in their direction, they're a team that's in the NCAA tournament. And on that note, BJ,
yes,
I think that there's going to be a discussion down the road here, especially if the purse up, if they up the ante in terms of the reward money here,
which it sounds like is that going to happen.
I know this is going to sound silly to some people, but there's a lot of basketball people in Vegas this week, and you and I were talking to a couple of them last night, and they think that there could be a serious discussion one day if you're a team that's barely getting into the NCAA tournament, or you could come here and let's say fight for $1 million payday one day. All of a sudden, you really do have to maybe pump your brakes and decide what you want to do, because $1 million for NIL money, you're talking about guys walking out of here with $100,000 potentially, and that's now you're getting to life-changing money that you get in 1 week of basketball.
Make what some guys are making more than the whole season.
I know that it sounds funny, and even I kind of did a little, tilted my head a little bit and being like, are you serious? Like, there's no way you'd ever pass up the NCAA tournament. I don't think we're there quite yet, but if this thing continues to build momentum and if that pool of money continues to increase, I'm telling you, if they're handing out $1 million for a game on Sunday and you got guys in the Final Four that aren't playing for anything really, you can't tell me that those guys aren't going to have this game on in their hotel rooms while they wait to play the championship on Monday and go, why aren't we getting a cut?
Yeah. It's a good idea. It's a good question. Final thing or two for Jay Tust, sports director at KTVB. We got to let Jay get back to his duties covering this game for KTVB. But Jay, we were in the Uber at 8:30 this morning, going, what the heck is going on here? What do you make of the early start time here, and for the body clocks of these players? I know Leon kind of joked yesterday, whichever team's more awake is going to win the game. Yeah. But just a unique startup here where it's 9:48 local time, and these teams have been here all week, so this is not some sort of they're used to Central Time, they're used to Mountain Time. I mean, they've well adjusted to the time thing. And Boise State was walking over from the hotel at 9 a.m. this morning to play a game. What do you make of the unique early start time here?
Yeah, how cool is that? Boise State staying so close to the venue that they literally just walked here as a team. Has that ever happened? Like when they've been in like Cayman Islands, anywhere? Like, has that ever happened?
I can't imagine. No.
Right? Yeah. So kind of unique, but they're staying so close. They just kind of walk over to the arena. And yeah, I'm eager to watch today's game, and it is early. It is
this morning's game.
It is very early, but as Leon Rice, we kind of did chat with him real quick after the press conference last night, and he did kind of say like, hey, we played Clemson early, and that was like one of the best Boise State played all year, right? And technically, Clemson's body clocks would have been even a little bit later in the day, technically. So Boise State woke up early. They played really well in that game, and hopefully they wake up early and play well early against Nebraska today. One thing that I just kind of like a subtle prediction. I don't know. I should have looked up the over/under before this. And
154.
See that's not a bad number actually. And
or 155 somewhere around.
I think
there.
Once these games get close at the end, you're going to get fouls and stuff like that, so it might push it. But I'm definitely interested to see the first 5 to 8 minutes of action today.
Yeah,
they're playing in a bigger arena, so that can lend itself to some time where it takes to get used to shooting right.
And I just think 2 days of the extra day to scout these teams, you might be a little better defensively
better defensively. So I don't know. I just kind of expect scoring to be a little sluggish, especially early on. Early tip time, different, bigger venue. I would expect it to be a little slower than it has been.
Jay, I'm panning the camera to the left here. You can see up at the bar. Look at our contest winners, Brad and Sarah. They got VIP seating for this game, and they are already at the bar. I know you got a chance to meet them and chat with them a little bit yesterday, but we gave away a trip here at Bronco Nation News. You got airfare. You got hotel at Circa. We appreciate everyone that either purchased a raffle ticket for charity or was a subscriber of Bronco Nation News. And you can look to the left there in the blue shirts up at the bar. Brad and Sarah starting this thing off right.
I know they are. You can tell they're I don't think they're going with just orange juice, BJ, from the looks of it down there. So that is great. It is 9:51 locally, but
and they're in the VIP area. How about that,
in
man?
Las Vegas, there's never a good time to not party. So
they're going to be up there with the big dogs. That's where Derek Stevens and everyone's going to be hanging out. That's pretty cool, man. They got hooked up by Circa there with the VIP tickets.
I checked out the throne last night. That's where I did my live shot from.
Did you really do it?
Yeah.
You sat in the throne?
Yeah.
How about that? Was the crown there?
The crown was not there.
Okay, they have a little platform there. I haven't seen if the crown. Oh, it is there now. Maybe we should head back down and get a shot of that and get our contest winners sitting in the throne or something. But actually, maybe you can do that for me so I can finish the show. See if they'll do a picture of them over by the crown that I can post with the arena for BNN. But Jay, final thing, man. What? Just give me a. Are we doing this show tomorrow, man? How you feeling about this?
This is going to be a tough one. I really think it's going to be a tough game for Boise State. I mean, obviously, I hope we're here doing a game tomorrow because that means that Boise State will be playing for a title. These guys will be playing for $300,000, not just $100,000, and that would be awesome for this team to end the season. And
Sarah Keane, and a big game from RJ Keane coming up. I can feel it. Come on, Mr. Keane. Let's throw Mr. Keane on here.
I'll get out of the way. Get him on.
All right. Jay Tust, appreciate it. Thanks, Jay. We're going to get – come on, Mr. Keane. Can we get
important people are here.
Yeah, come on. Let's get the Keane family here. Or Mrs. Keane. Sarah, you want to come on? Richard Keane, come on. Give us a quick thought here. Who wants to come on for a second here? Come on. We got the Keane family here. We'll bring on Mr. Keane for a minute here. There's Mrs. Keane, Mr. Keane, the whole Keane crew here. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, brother. How are you, man?
Thanks for stopping by, man. We appreciate it. This is pretty cool, man. I know it's not the NCAA tournament, not the ultimate goal, but to be at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, this ain't a bad consolation prize.
No, and I think, some of the guys that mentioned it this week, Fox has put on a really cool, it's first class.
Yeah.
It feels like a big-time tournament.
It does.
I was talking to Kevin Lon Kruger. Lon came in after me at Illinois, and he's a super good dude, and he's kind of doing a little entertainment, directing around here. And, yeah, it's a first-class event, and it's hopefully Boise keeps it rolling.
Yeah, you walk in here, and it feels like a Sweet 16 game or something. I mean, it has that big feel. The Crown has done a great job with this thing. What's it been like for you as a dad here, watching RJ find his role? And I know it's been a struggle at times with injuries and sitting out. And then this year, just kind of really figuring out where he fits in, maybe not necessarily in the scoring, but continues to make big-time impacts for this team. And now, here down the stretch, the three-point shot's starting to come a little bit as well. It's got to be fun for you as a family.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's awesome. It's actually stressful, though, because, we want him to do well. And, he puts so much into it. He's such a good team player. Does everything, all the little things, he tries to do, rebound. And, I told him during the season, I'm like, start shooting a little bit more. But he focuses so much on all the other stuff. It's kind of tough for him to overlook, but he has it in his game. He's an amazing shooter. I think he just, confidence, and he doesn't force things. He always wants to make the right pass. So, yeah, I'm super proud of the way he's been playing. He's when he's on the court, he makes the team better. So, hopefully he keeps it up. Hopefully today we keep the offense rolling. Tyson keeps it going, and we finish this thing out. It'd be awesome.
I know he was a big-time scorer in high school, obviously. What is that adjustment been? And I know, maybe next year the scoring is going to, come. It's not like this is going to be his role forever here. But this year with what this team needed, what was that like for him to want to do this kind of role? And what were the discussions like with you, too, as what in terms of getting him to buy in and know that right now this is what the team needed?
I mean, I think he did it on his own. I mean, he figured out a way to get on the court and made the best of it. He's athletic. 4, 6, 7 white guy, and he can do things. And obviously, it's his 4th year. He's old, so he's gonna be 23 this summer. The game slowed down for him. He's doing defensively, rebounding, little tip outs that people don't probably notice. But yeah, super special, man. We're so proud of him. He's the more thing I'm proud of is how good of a teammate he is. He doesn't pout when he wasn't playing. Always rooting for his other teammates and his guys, and that makes us as parents super proud.
And now he's finding that home in the corner too for those threes. It's that's fine.
That's why I told them, if you're only going to shoot one a game, it's not going to – you need to at least get 3 or 4 and get a feel for it.
Yeah.
And it will. I mean, you've seen it. I mean, the last couple of weeks, he's actually taking a little more open shots, and hopefully he keeps it going.
And the percentage has been great. What do you make of, you got him. You obviously see what like Carmichael's been doing coming down in the stretch, Meadow, Buchanan. They just got the UCLA point guard. Spencer Aarons, the freshman they really like from Canada. I mean, I know there's some, you got to finish these next 2 days, but I would think as a dad, and kind of looking ahead too, there's already excitement for the future here. Yeah,
without question. They got, like you said, filling that point guard role from Al for next year is awesome. If we can land a nice big, it would be great. They have all the pieces of Meadow and Carmichael and RJ. We got 3, 6, 7 wings right there.
Yeah.
And then with Bowie, a nice point combo guard that can shoot it. Ugbo comes back with a big size defensive rebound. And like I said, just need to add a little more stretch. And I think Dom's actually supposed to be pretty good.
They really like Dom.
So you throw him in the mix, hopefully find a 6'10", 7-footer somewhere. And you got a really nice team. You got depth already. Not many people have. I mean, look at the Mountain West in general. There's not many people retaining their rosters like Boise's doing, and that kind of says something for the coaching staff and Leon and the university. And they keep it rolling. It's tough right now in these transfer portal era and rosters flipping every year now. It's going to be interesting.
Well, there's only 8 sets of parents in the entire country still watching their kid play basketball, and you're one of them today. That's a pretty cool deal on Final Four Saturday here to be able to be here in Vegas and see your son out here on national TV playing at T-Mobile Arena. Appreciate you for stopping by.
Yes,
and
we appreciate everything you do, man.
Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow for the championship.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it. Yes,
appreciate it. There he is. We got the whole Keane family here, Richard Keane and Sarah Keane, and the Atkinsons are over here talking to Jay Tust. We got a whole crew over here. So we're there he is, Dan Atkinson, the whole Atkinson crew in the house. He's got a cold one going. Everybody's having fun over here. We're having a lot of fun here. As you see our spot kind of high, not high at top, but we're at the top of the first level here. Getting you set. We're about 30 minutes from tip-off. You're watching a free show here on social media, here on YouTube. Thanks to some of our great sponsors. Let's hear from some of them, and then we'll get back to the pregame show here. ROEpaint.com, our title sponsor. RowPaint.com is our title sponsor. All your painting needs. Make sure you hit up our title sponsor, RowPaint.com, whether it's the concrete coatings, the interior, exterior painting. Make sure you hit up our title sponsor, RowPaint.com. Hey, Taco Bell, TacoBellWorks.com is the address, TacoBellWorks.com, and SON Management Group, the Nicolason family. We appreciate them for their support of Bronco Nation News. Taco Bell, go get a good meal at Taco Bell, and they're hiring as well. So if you're looking for a job, just go into a Treasure Valley Taco Bell location today. TacoBellWorks.com. Hey, Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest is the online mobile e-branch banking. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. Idaho Central Credit Union, the best in the business. Make the switch today. Hey, Jacksons love the postgame show. Don't forget after the game, the Jacksons postgame show. The $5 meal deal, 2 hot dogs and a kettle chips for $5. That's right, 2 hot dogs and a kettle chips for $5. And you can get a 99-cent coffee anytime, day or night from our friends at Jackson's. Hey, Snake River Pool and Spa. Snake River Pool and Spa, patio and game. Best in the business, thespateam.com. Snake River Pool and Spa, patio and game. And if you are looking for a spa, a sauna, maybe a pool table for the game room, they got you covered. You can get more information online at Snake River Pool and Spa, patio and game. We are live here at T-Mobile Arena, getting you set for Boise State in the crown. The crowd is filing in. Looks to be a pro-Nebraska crowd so far. It's going to be not a sellout by any means, but there's going to be some fans in here, and this is going to be fun. We're looking forward to this. Nebraska coming in with a record of 19-14. They're coached by Fred Hoiberg. Yesterday, Fred Hoiberg, his thoughts on Boise State.
They're so good. They shoot it from every position. They got great size. And that's the thing that really stands out about this team is, besides their point guard, who's a great player, Everybody else is between 6'7" and 6'9", and they pose a lot of problems because they can all shoot. They're very skilled. And you look at the production they've had on this trip from an offensive standpoint, and they scored 89 and 100 in their 2 games. And it's a very disciplined team. They're not going to beat themselves, and a very experienced group as well, and very well coached. I think Leon does a terrific job. So, yeah, it's another game. I thought the key to the Georgetown win was getting off to a great start. They made a run at the end, but we allowed ourselves a cushion because of how well we played for those first 30 minutes. And then Matt got hot, hit some really tough shots. But I thought our offense was very efficient, especially down the stretch. So it's going to take a complete 40-minute game if we want to have a chance to win this one.
Complete 40-minute game is what it's going to take if they want to have a chance to win this one. You heard Fred Hoiberg, the Nebraska coach. Again, these teams come into this game in very similar situations. You have a Nebraska team that's thought they should have been in the NCAA tournament until the final couple of weeks of the season. They kind of faded down the stretch. Boise State thought they should have been in the NCAA tournament, didn't get in. Both teams here have something to prove, and it's a lot of similarities. Both these teams are good, solid teams defensively, good, solid offenses, veteran coaches that know each other very well, and both these teams want to be here. It sounds like this is certainly a motivated group on both sides. Boise State certainly wants to win this thing and finish strong, and it really does sound like from a Nebraska perspective, that's their goal as well, that they really want to finish strong, play well, win this thing, and they obviously want to try to finish this thing the right way. So it certainly seems like this is a Boise State team that is excited, and a Nebraska team that's excited to be here. When you get 2 teams that are excited to be here and want to play, it's certainly a spot where you've got 2 teams in similar spots here, and I'm excited for this one. Apparently, I don't think this is the real Spencer Danielson, but our fake Spencer Danielson Crown Tournament semis. How amazing for these great group of young men. Go Broncos. And we got folks here chiming in. I don't believe that is the real Coach D, but thank you for this. Thank you for all of your BSU coverage. Best $50, $70 spent. Every Bronco should be subscribing. Go Broncos. Christine, I appreciate you for that. Yeah, $50. You get a full year subscription for Bronco Nation News, just $50 using that promo code BNN50 deal. So we would love to have you subscribe, and we would love to have that. That'd be great if you could subscribe and help us out with our coverage at Bronco Nation News. So yeah, we'd love to have you subscribe and help us out and continue to make things like this possible. You got Jay down here with KTVB, and then you got Bob on the radio side, and then you got me here for Bronco Nation News. So that's it for the media coverage down here at the Crown. So hopefully you guys, I think you do by now, know kind of the main outlets that travel and cover them regularly and where you should be spending your subscription dollars and things. So we appreciate you guys. And I just got to say, man, this tournament it really does feel big time. I mentioned this earlier, but you look right here and you see kind of just the court and the logos and everything they have going on as the guys get some shots up here. This is a big-time tournament. Kudos to AEG. Kudos to Fox. Kudos to everybody involved in this tournament. I know it was kind of a laughing thing early on, or people didn't know what it was. They weren't quite sure in terms of this tournament what it was. But I think really from day one when we arrived into town, this has just been a first-class event, and it really does have a lot of legs. I really do think this has a chance to become a big-time premier college basketball tournament. Is it going to challenge the NCAA tournament? I don't know if I'd go that far. I don't know if I'd quite say that, but it certainly has a chance to be a tournament that if you don't make the NCAA tournament, you're definitely doing this over anything else. And there's going to be a lot of teams, wanting to do this and fighting for this. And the prize pool is probably going to go up, and all the various things involved, the teams may go up. They may add more teams to this thing. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here, but I think this is pretty cool, and I think a lot of people involved here hit a home run with this thing, and I'm pretty excited for the future of this thing because I think it has a chance. Bronco 130 saying I couldn't broadcast from Section 12. No, ironically enough, Section 12 actually is kind of behind the basket. It's in the corner, but it is behind the basket a little bit. So, no, we're in Section 14 today for this one. Uncle Buchanan saying, great matchup. Let's finish the deal. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one today. Gerald saying foul trouble, and who makes their free throws will determine the winner in this one. I mean, free throws could be a big factor today. We got some more Boise State fans filing in here. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. I would say Nebraska right now might have a slight edge, but it's pretty close to 50-50 right now in terms of the crowd. I would say it's pretty close to 50-50 right now. So this is going to be a lot of fun. This is T-Mobile Arena. It's Las Vegas. It's the Crown. It's. I mean, where else would you rather be? Maybe down in San Antonio for the Final Four. But if you're not in San Antonio, there's worse places to be than right here in Las Vegas. So I think that it's going to be this is a cool tournament, man. I knew when Circa got behind it that it had a chance to kind of take off and be a big-time deal. And sure enough, that's exactly what's happened here with Circa. Had a phenomenal dinner last night at Barry's Steakhouse, Jay and I and a couple folks, and had a great time. Saw a lot of the people involved with the Crown and got a chance to catch up with them. And if you're not here, why not? It's Vegas. It's basketball. It's April. Who wouldn't want to be in Vegas? So Matthew Menhart says he'll come down tomorrow if they win. He says, punch my ticket. I guess he's going to come over tomorrow for the championship if they win today. That'd be pretty cool. Would like to see him over here for that. But you see a live look here from high atop T-Mobile Arena. Again, the home of the Las Vegas Golden Knights hockey team. A huge jumbotron here. The logos and everything on it. They have curtained off the upper level. Smart decision here. This place would feel even emptier. But they have curtained off the upper deck here. And they just had a hockey game here on Thursday night. They had practices the last couple of days. And they are now have made the switch for basketball here at the T-Mobile Arena. And this place is a phenomenal venue. One of the newer venues, obviously, with the hockey team only being here 4 or 5 years, but this place is a phenomenal venue. I've brought my kids here for a couple hockey games, and now they've got it transitioned to basketball for the Crown. And I mean, they've got a full court with the skyline on it. They got the Crown logos on both ends. They've done this thing right. You see Boise State on the right side of the court getting some shots up. The Broncos in the blue uniforms today. The Broncos going with the blue uniforms as the technical road team in this game, and I kind of like that. As I said earlier, blue uniforms, you get to get the Boise State blue on national TV on Fox. Gus Johnson on the call. Going to be a lot of fun here in about 20 minutes. Alvaro and Bowie need to deliver a high assist number game. Yeah, you need some assists. You can't turn the ball over. Those are going to be two obvious keys today for Boise State. You cannot turn the ball over. And they're going to have to hit some threes in this game probably as well. If Boise State can hit some shots, play solid defense, they're going to have a real solid chance to be moving on. Now, there is $50,000 again on the line in this one. And if you have your drinking game going, every time Gus Johnson mentions the $50,000 on the line or getting that bag or all that, you may not make it till halftime until you probably will need to quit drinking for the day, because Gus Johnson loves mentioning the money that's on the line in this tournament. Every commercial break, I rewatched that game the other day. He loves that they're playing for the bag and going for the cash and trying to parlay it. It certainly is a big, I guess, talking point and something that it's if you're a casual fan, you want to see they're playing for cash, you might as well play that up. So I understand that part of it. Bart Hendricks in the house. Bart Hendricks in the house. Look at him walking down here. There's Bart Hendricks, Boise State quarterback legend, has made it all the way to Las Vegas for the Crown. So a lot of folks filing in here. Is nice crowd is filing in here, including the great legend Bart Hendricks. But, yeah, Gus Johnson on the call for Fox only adds to this thing. The Keane rebound number over-under is 9.5. We could ask his dad. His dad is back here. 9.5 seems a little high, I might say. Hey, how are you? There, you got the Stanley family in the house. It's a cool spot, man. Everyone's just hanging up here having a good time. We're right by the bar, so we're in the most convenient spot here. Drinks are flowing in Indiana as well. Yeah, they're definitely flowing behind me and all the folks that are here having a good time. We got a guy in a Jay Ajayi jersey here. We got all kinds of Boise State fans that are in the house getting ready for this one. And the Jay Ajayi football jersey, I like it here. Yeah. How's it going, man? Crowd filing in. Melinda says if our daughter wasn't about to give birth to our first grandbaby, I'd be there. We got this. Go Broncos. That's a pretty good excuse, Melinda. We'll allow it for this one, Melinda. Congratulations there to you and the family. The early congratulations for that. Hey, the Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com. Theblueandorangestore.com. If you're looking for Boise State gear, make sure you hit up the Blue and Orange Store. Boise State gear at the Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com. Online anywhere in the world, blueandorangestore.com, or just go to the Boise Town Square Mall there, second floor next to Pro Image. If you're looking for a new vehicle, Lithia Ford of Boise, lithiafordboise.com, lithiafordboise.com. Great deals on some cars and trucks right now. The Raines family is loving our F-150 from Lithia. You will as well. Lithia Ford of Boise. Online, view that full inventory of vehicles at lithiafordboise.com. Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate will pick our Matt Bauscher player of the game afterwards. Matt Bauscher, Bauscher Real Estate, number one ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Check them out online, bauscherrealestate.com. Hey, Ridley's Family Markets, shop ridleys.com. Locations across the Treasure Valley, the Magic Valley, McCall, all across the state, surrounding states as well. ShopRidleys.com, find a location near you, and download that Skip app. Get savings up to 40% off at the checkout line at ShopRidleys.com. Hey, Transportation Compliance Service, TransCompService.com. TransCompService.com, Transportation Compliance Service. If you want to get into the trucking industry, they can help you every step of the way and get you signed up at TransCompService.com. Lean Feast Meridian, LeanFeastMeridian.com is the website. Hit up Lean Feast. Healthy meal options at Lean Feast. LeanFeastMeridian.com. You can get some healthy eating options. Steak, shrimp, chicken, fish, you name it. They got you covered at Lean Feast. LeanFeastMeridian.com. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, we'd love to play it on the postgame show. Speakpipe.com/BNN. Leave us a voicemail on the Signature Roofing voice inbox line. Signature Roofing covering for more than 2 decades. Online at mysignatureroofing.com. Whether it's a re-roof, a repair, an estimate, an inspection, they got you covered online. Signature Roofing online at mysignatureroofing.com. We bring you back here live to the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, getting you set for Boise State and Nebraska, the semifinals of the college basketball crown. We've had Jay Tust on. We had Richard Keane on as well, former star player at the University of Illinois, R.J. Keane's dad. And crowd filing in here. It's not going to be full, but it ain't going to be empty either. There's a nice little crowd starting to file in here. We're just over 20 minutes away from tip-off. Boise State and Nebraska in the college basketball crown. We'll take your final score predictions, your final thoughts on this one. We'll give you a shout-out. Let us know. Get some score predictions in. Maybe we'll have a gift card or something for whoever gets to the score, the closest to the score. The referee crew, you actually have a big-time referee crew here in this one. They're bringing in the big dogs for the Final Four of the Crown. Brian O'Connell, you will recognize him. He's got this white, poofy hair. He does a ton of ACC games. He did the Duke Baylor game on Sunday last week in the NCAA tournament. And now he's here for the semifinals of the Crown. He was one of those refs that probably just missed the cut for the Final Four. So Brian O'Connell is here. You see the referees actually getting ready at midcourt to do the captain's meeting here. Brian O'Connell officiated 78 games this year. He did the Florida Norfolk State game in the first round, also did Duke Baylor. And now he is here for this one. Looks like Larry Scarato is down there as well. Another big-time ref. I think he actually did a couple Boise State games this year. He's a Big Ten guy. See if I can find him on the Ken Palm list here. He's ranked pretty high. I'm trying to see where exactly. Number 28 at Ken Palm, Larry Scarato. Yeah, he did the Boise State win over Fresno in Fresno, and he did the Boise State win over Nevada in Boise as well. But he's primarily a Big Ten ref. He did the first 4 game between Mount St. Mary's and American, and then he did the Oregon Liberty game in the first round last weekend in Seattle. So he hasn't reffed a game in about 10 days. He'll be refreshed and ready to go today. So, yeah, I would say it's a veteran officiating crew. Should be in good shape there. Gerald's got Boise by 5 in OT. We got 72-66 here. We got 69-67 for the score prediction here. So appreciate you guys. Due to some Fox rules, we got to get off here. We're less than 15 minutes from tip-off. Go get that final beverage, that final cup of coffee. Use the restroom and get over to Fox, local Fox in Boise or around the world to watch this one. The great Gus Johnson going to be on the call. Legendary Gus Johnson calling April basketball. This is going to be a lot of fun. Couple of final score predictions, 84-75, 92-75. This is going to be fun, folks. Coming up in about 15 minutes. Hey, appreciate you. Go subscribe if you can. Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com. BNN 50 deal gets you that free $20 off. You get a $20 off, makes it only $50 for a full year at BroncoNationNews.com. We'd love to have you subscribe and help us out if you can at BroncoNationNews.com. And at a minimum, support the sponsors, folks. You're watching live coverage here of the Crown down in Las Vegas, courtesy of our great sponsors. So support the sponsors. We would appreciate that if you can. And give us a like, a share, a retweet, and please, most importantly, tell your friends about Bronco Nation News and what they're missing if they're not aware of it in these live shows. And give us about 20 minutes after the game. We're going to go to the press conference, and we'll fire up the post-game show. Jay Tust may make an appearance. We'll see. Boise State, the Jackson's post-game show will be coming up right about 20 minutes or so after the game ends. Hope you'll make plans to join us, and we'll lead you right into the actual Final Four coming up a little later this afternoon over on CBS. But Boise State, Nebraska coming up. Enjoy the game. Join us on the post-game show here on Bronco Nation News. We appreciate you guys. This is going to be a lot of fun. Pretty cool deal being down here in Las Vegas. Make sure you follow me on social media at BJ Rains, at BNN Bronco Nation. Full tweets, updates, tidbits during the game. And we'll see you on the post-game show. T-Mobile Arena, the Crown. We're getting one day closer to crowning a champion in the Crown. We'll be down to 2 after today. And we'll see if Boise State's playing for a title and that bag of cash. $300,000 tomorrow in the title game. $50,000 on the line today. We'll have it covered. Bronco Nation News and BroncoNationNews.com. Enjoy the game, everybody. We'll talk to you on the postgame show.
Bronco Nation News is presented by our title sponsor, RowPaint.com. Our major sponsors, Idaho Central Credit Union, Taco Bell, Lithia Ford, the Blue and Orange Store, Jackson's, and our contributing sponsors, Signature Roofing, Western Collective, Snake River Pool and Spa, Transportation Compliance Service, Boucher Real Estate, Ridley's Family Markets, Circa Las Vegas, Lean Feast, and Timberstone Golf Course.